Okay, Crimson Court. Second pick will be Post Youth from our Zerg player Freeman. And then we're gonna get Golden Aura out of here. And then it'll be Freeman's choice to ban. I think he will probably get, what's he gonna get out of there? Maybe Ghost? No. He already got rid of Oceanborn. What's he gonna get rid of? They're already playing Crimson, which I don't know. He's already got Oceanborn out of there. Okay, he does go with the Ghost River ban. Now, Greenert here probably picks... maybe Alcyone. I think, Amphion, okay. And then Freeman, the remaining map choices are going to be Alcyone, Site Delta. Okay. There we go. Start on Crimson. Just in time, Avery. About to start the first game. Freeman and Greenert both ready. We're gonna get to have a little show match. A bit of Born Gosu, Ancient Regime fun. What's up, Furious? How you doing, buddy? Chillin'.
Strung out off night shift and I sleep.
Oh no. Oh no. You know it helps with sleep, right?
No,
Little bit of that green stuff.
dude, I've been smoking dope all morning. And I was like, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going to get an iced coffee because it's hot as fuck here.
Oh no.
I'm going to get an egg melt. Yeah, so.
You should have just gotten the McGriddle and the juice. Called it a morning.
Man.
Well, you're right in time. We're gonna have a TVZ pretty similar to our skill levels. Maybe a little bit better. These guys are GM. No, I'm kidding. uh, this Greener recently returned back to Starcraft within like 2 months, I think. 2 or 3 months. And Freeman, top right, the pink Zerg. Starting with a 15 hatch. He plays pretty standard most of the time, but after a long game or two, he'll tend to do some pretty aggressive cheeses as well. And I think in general, a lot of Zergs like to play roach stuff on Crimson Court as well because it's a pretty restricted map and just got to stay alive against strong Terran pushes. So Greener most likely going to go off with the 20 scout or just a no scout. We're going to find out if he rallies the next SCV after he produces this one, the last one being produced before the barracks finishes. Will he rally it, or is just going to no scout his opponent this game? Because right now it's looking like a no scout unless he's just going to pull it off the mineral line. At the same time, you could just going to build the CC on the low ground. And I do like the greedy opener from our Terran player. I'm not sure if he's looked into Freeman's gameplay much, but one would think that these two have not met on the ladder very often, considering Freeman's always on EU, and Greener always on in A as far as I know. Turn this down a little bit. There we go. So Reaper opener. And that is going to be that first bit of scouting information that our retired Terran gets. Our retired active Terran, that is. Factory here on next to the racks, so indicating we're going to get the Hellions, of course. And over here taking that second gas with the SCV that built the depot. Reapers here. And 2 queens are about to pop out. Freeman will turn into an extractor. Oh, a little bit of a misplay right there. And a nice grenade from the Reaper as well. Queen pops out here to save her drones. And he goes over to the third base. Wants to make sure it's not there yet. And confirms it is not. Going to hang out in front of the queen. Knows that he's not getting that creep tumor due to the damage that he's already taken. We get the wing speed started up for Freeman here. So finishing around 340 or so. Maybe a little bit later even. We'll see. 2 more queens on the way. And our Zerg has completely skipped lings here. So these guys are just playing massive greed. Freeman not intimidated by a single Reaper. And Greenert not intimidated by any early 12 pool shenanigans from our Zerg player either. Oh, but he does find the upcoming third base location. And actually finds the third base itself. So this spot can be really hard to hold if you get a drop and some stuff going on this side of the map. He's going to attack the hatchery with the Reaper for quite a while. And on the other side, he's got 2 Hellions at home, making round number 2. Starport and the Tech Lab on the way. One would think that we're going for the Banshees. Third CC as well here. If he doesn't want Banshees, he could just get the quick stim. Nothing wrong with either one. A lot of players have been playing the cloakless Banshees lately as well instead of getting cloak. Our Rax has lifted off, so that indicates we are going with the Banshee. And 4 Hellions poking around at the front of the natural. Seems like they're going to go for the dive, but trying to figure out the play. Greenert is. He lost his Reaper on the other side. And yeah, just filling it out. Triple Queen here, though, holding it down at the front of the natural. And at the back of the natural, though, we do have the Roach Warren. Just thrown down about a 420 Roach Warren or so. So these roaches are going to be blazing out of here. Oh, look at this. Hellion Raven for the creep clearing. And we are going to get some bats out of this as well with the quick armory in the wall. Third CC is finishing up that orbital right now for our Terran player. And we have no Tech Lab on our racks, indicating a potential mech play here from our Terran. I'm not quite sure. Double gas. It's looking pretty mechy. Banshee on the way. And so we do get the cloak with these, and all the ravens are, all the creep is cleared with the Hellions and the Raven here. 2 more Hellions hanging out at home. And the factory +1 starts up for our Terran player. Interesting build we're seeing. And also going to take the linear third out here. A couple roaches are going to find the Hellion squad. There are 6 of these roaches. I doubt that Freeman actually walks across the map with them. And the Hellbats transform. Energy on the Raven. We could throw down the turret. There we go. And the roaches realize that they messed with the wrong Hellions. Banshee here as well. Got the layer started, double Evo, and 4 factories being built for our Terran. So yeah, this is going to be a big old mech game from Greenert starting out here in his SCL, well, not SCL debut, but first game in the Big Game Hunters Discord. So, still making a single Banshee at a time. Of course, he's only got the 1 starport, so that's all you can do, but no second starport, 4 factories on the way. He's going to be 5 factories. And then I think he probably just starts throwing down command centers left and right from there. Scans forward, wants to know what's going on with the army. Cyclones have joined the squad with the Hellbats, Raven, and the single Banshee. Takes out a Novi and gets out of there rather quickly. All in all, though, it's only 180 more resources lost. So, not the end of the world. Lings try and do a little run by, but they do get 2 Cyclones, which is pretty good. Not sure exactly how many Lings that was. To start the fight, we'll find out in a moment, as they do all get cleaned up. 14 Lings for 2 Cyclones, 3 SCVs. It's pretty good. And both players even in worker count, but still making drones as Freeman. He's got the infestation pit on the way, indicating going for the hive, or is he just wanting the infestors for maybe some neural and maybe some fungals on the battle mech kind of setup. We are going to be moving out of the battle mech eventually though and moving into some good old fashioned mech there with the tanks on the way. Probably get some Thors as well eventually. 13 Hellions on the map right here. We do have the Raven, but no longer with us. Where is our Raven? At home, hanging out. 4 roaches is going to go down to Cloak Banshees on the right side of the map. Make it 5, make it 6, and counting. Sorry, I'm not as used to paying attention to the minimap. Not been casting as much lately. I feel like I'm missing these little run-bys. In the middle of the map, we got the Hellions going to reunite with the Banshees. And the roaches will take some damage from them. The Hellions just going to run away in the meantime. Or the Banshees just going to head back home maybe for a quick repair job. Get the paint redone. Maybe the oil changed as well. No, just going to reunite with the tanks. 3 tanks here, a bunch of bats, a couple cyclones. He is still producing tanks. He's got the +2 factory on the way. And here we go. We got the hydrogen on the way as well. But 24 roaches are going to have a really hard time with this. 3 tanks will siege up. Anti-armor is huge on these Zerg units. Queens are throwing down transfuses left and right. Hatchery is canceled. Well, it was canceled, so save some minerals instead of just getting killed. Making that building armor out of the eBay. Double second army on the way as well. And we're going to get that Cyclone speed, that smart servos for our Terran 2-2 on the way for the range units, and the Carapace for our Zerg. Another anti-armor cast on the roaches on the left. It's going to get a nice surround though for the most part with the Queens, the Ravagers on top, the roaches on the left. Is it enough? Our Terran is starting to turn back for sure. Sieging up tanks on the high ground. Freeman doesn't want to overextend here, and he is very aware of that. Going to pull back, get all of his queens nice and healthy again, and just kind of hanging out here. He's up to 73 drones versus the 67 SCVs of our Terran player. Building a 4th command center now. Oh, 5th command center. He's already got the 4th in the linear spot over here. And Freeman has taken that base in the middle of the map, of course, as well, mining that nice rich purple Vespine. We got Banshees clearing creep on the right side of the map now. Maybe just gonna... I doubt he pushes on the right side of the map anytime soon. He just wants to clear all this for map vision, I think. Scans and identifies exactly where the army is. And as we can see, we got 3 Vipers harvesting some energy off the hatchery in the middle of the map as well. Still holding the high ground here, though, is Greenert. Gonna make it pretty hard for any Zerglings to get too close to his units. We do have 9 tanks, 17 Hellbats, 2 Cyclones, Raven, and double Banshee still. The flying squad is hanging out right here. Thors are on their way. And at the same time, we've got our Spire started up for Freeman. Getting the Hydra speed as well. Roach Ravager in the middle of the map. Freeman's maxed out. Going to try and make some stuff happen, I do believe. Throws the biles on the rocks. Rocks will go down. I think that our Terran did hear those biles getting thrown, though, or the rocks getting attacked. Maybe just checking out the rocks being mined on the other side, but he is here to start defending the left side of the map. And our Vipers join the Roach Ravager. A couple Hydras in the mix too, only 11 of them though. Tanks are sieged up. A yoink on the tank. Anti-armor missiles big. And our Zerg units no longer want to fight. Maybe another yoink? Yes, another yoink indeed. 2 yoinks. Big tank shots, however, though. A Thor, 2 tanks go down. A lot of Hellbats remain. And the tank in the back. Units lost. Pretty favorable for our Zerg right here. Terran's going to clean out the rocks, get himself a little better positions to siege up closer to the stuff he's trying to defend. Speaking of defending, you've got creep all the way to your 4th base in the middle of the map now. We're going to have to start clearing that out. Thankfully, he's got the Raven still, so it doesn't cost some scans left and right to get rid of that. We got the +3/3 for our Zerg player, the +3 attack on the way for our mech player Greenert here. Both players sitting at a pretty low 71 SCVs. Both of them. Freeman's getting a little bit of minerals banked up as well, a little bit of gas. He's maxed out, and that's only going to keep continuing. That Greater Spire is on the way as well, so will he move into the Broodlords? We'll find out. There's only the single Thor and another single Thor being produced at a time right here, so Broodlords would probably wreck this. Greenert is a very tank-heavy composition right now. 14 tanks, 12 Hellbats, and Freeman going to go up in here to the double. Well, no, just a single planetary. This one was just a regular command center still. And he's going to lose a lot of units for this planetary here. 9 SCVs, 10 SCVs go down. And I think that Greenert would sign up for that trade 10 out of 10 times. Yeah, lost, Jesus, he killed about 1,500 more gas just in the fight. Sorry, 1,100 more gas in the fight. Greener's going to take this time to clear some creep in the middle of the map and maybe siege up this 4th base of the Zerg while he's got a bunch of Hydras on the way. No, not a ton of Ravagers either. This is just Roachy boys and Hydras that he's going to be fighting against. Oh my goodness, look at the blinding clouds. Tank's unable to fight. Going to reposition over here. Hellbats, Thors are in the front line doing what they can. And it seems to be enough as Freeman's still getting pushed back. Nasty siege spot on the low ground here for our Terran. He's just going to march on forward. He's lost his Raven, so we do have to scan to clear creep now. On the other side, we're morphing 4 Ravagers. Adrenal glands have started, and we got the fire +1 attack, as well as the +1 melee starting for Freeman. 69 to 67 workers. No SCVs or drones being thrown in the mix. We do have the Viking production startup as well from Greenert. And taking out the hatch, good enough for him. He's going to back out of here. Well, all of Greener's army except for this guy. Doesn't get to finish off that queen. All good though. Greenert repositioning right in front of Freeman's army. Sieges the tanks in the back. The ones in the front unsieged, marching forward. And he's going to slowly push in, slowly keep sieging. Thor's in the front, going to aim out on the Vipers. Binding Cut is still cast on the back by the one Viper. Would have been nice for Freeman if he could have had another round of that, though. And just like that, he's marching through. There's still a couple tanks in the back. Does he have enough? I think he does. Queen's attacking at the top, but we're taking shell shots from the tanks over here on the high ground in the middle of the map as well. Whew. This is good stuff. 10,000 resources lost, mineral-wise. 4,000 gas in the last 2 minutes for our Zerg. And Greenert holds on, mining from the middle now. 5 bases. Hellions going to start clearing creep with the scan energy. Morph to the Hellbat's going to take out a couple wings as well. And our Zerg player is on 6 bases. So 5 to 6 bases. And Freeman still putting on the aggression. He's got no units in production even though he's got all this money. He's just trying to attack with these Lings and Roach Hydra. There we go. 9 Corruptors on the way. Going to make that Broodlord transition. We do have 5 Big Daddy Thors. Going to make it 6 when the next one pops out. And Greenert mining over here. Freeman has reached his mining all the way to the bottom right. Right in front of the triangle third of the Terran. We're going to start clearing all this creep. How many orbitals are we on right now? We've got 3 orbitals only, actually. Hellbats marching forward, not quite able to get the last tumor that they wanted. They will fall to the Hydra Ravager in the middle. Another scan, and Greenert sees not a lot. A couple wings at the top of the scan, and then this small squad in the middle. So 158 to 187 supply. But our Terran is going to hold this middle of the map position for his life, it seems. And you can't blame him, knowing that the Zerg, well, Freeman could break these rocks and eventually get to the other side of the map, or just mining the minerals here. It's interesting seeing them vertically split the map. Not how you always see it done on this map, but maybe it'll be the new standard. These guys definitely know what they're doing better than the people that I'm watching quite often. So Broodlords are here. Going to start taking out that purple Vespene, but not really getting too much done other than that right now. We do have a couple Vipers back in the mix, 3 Vipers. Going to cast the Blinding Cloud on the tanks. Thors are going down, and ooh, big siege up by Greenert here. Roach is getting shelled away, but the Broodlords are providing a lot of DPS as well. It doesn't seem to be enough, though. Freeman backing off, but he's got so much more supply still. Greenert marching forward with the tanks. I don't know, buddy. He's going for the hatch, and he's going to get the hatch, but at what cost? All the tanks go down, leaving him with 6 Thors, a Viking, 2 Hellbats, and that's it. These 6 Thors going to get absolutely ravaged by the cracklings here. And that is a sad sight for a Terran player. A couple of Hellbats come to their buddy's defense. We do have the planetary as well. All the wings are going to go down, but a 2nd and 3rd Thor with them. Broodlords, Roach, Hydra coming in strong at the middle base here for Freeman. Broodlords just providing all the DPS here. Repairing SCVs, spending all of Greenert's money. An orbital floats over. And the Thors are going to take out a brood or two. Just like that. But the resupplying wings are on the way. Baneling Nest has been thrown in the mix as well for Freeman here. Maybe just going to start doing some Baneling harass on the SCVs if necessary. And that would be a pretty effective way to choke out the Terran here in this game, I think. Started the +2 ship weapons even here for our Terran player Greenert. So his Vikings will pack a little extra oomph against these Broodlords. He's got the Thors and the Hellbats as well, seeming like he's going to go Viking, Hellbat, Thor, and he does start that tank production back up as well. So that is the first one that he has reproduced, though, since he lost him at the triangle base of our Zerg a little bit ago. Scan sees a little squad in the middle of the map again. 2 Hellions checking out if he rebuilt this base. He did rebuild this base, and he is mining once again. Hellbats will transform and go down to a Baneling, just like that. Another couple Hellions on the right side here. They are going to get some damage done, I feel, over here, though. Morph these into some Hellbats. Greenert scanning the bottom 6 o'clock base. He does notice that there's a hatchery there. I think the drones tried to fight the Hellbats for a moment there, and they realized that was not a good idea. 11 drones go down. A couple of them do run away and save their own life. And you do got to appreciate the ability just to hang on at this point for Greenert. Just working up that Viking count. At the same time, we're up to 15 Broodlords. 4 Infestors queue up for Freeman. They could provide a rather frustrating moment soon for our Terran player. Abduct all the Thors. Put them into the... I guess if this is big boy mode, is the other one small boy mode? Put them in the small boy mode and attack your own Vikings. That'd be rather tilting. And Greenert in the middle of the map with the main army. A couple Blue Flame Hellbats make their way to the triangle base once again. Drones are pulled. And another little quick transformation on the Smart Servos Hellions. It's rather effective harass. Buying our Terran a lot of time here. And our drones are going to go mine. Okay, they're going to go back, mine back at the 3rd base. Or triangle base. So we have completely mined out the minerals almost on most of the bases for our Terran here. He's living off of this base and this base. And he could eventually move over here. And we would have that full split map. We got a couple queens fighting the main army of the Terran in the middle of the map right here. And Greenert's going to move forward with this massive Viking, Hellbat, Thor. A couple tanks in the mix as well. The Broodlords may have been overproduced as we've only got 9 Hydras on the field. No Roaches, 2 Ravagers. We got 1 Ravager, 2 Roaches. We do have the Infestors. They are with the main army, with the Broods, with the Vipers. And Freeman seems like he's going to march forward, but he might have gone a little too heavy on these Broods. Here we go. He's going to fire some Broodlings away for a moment, but just one single round off one single Broodlord, it seems. Freeman going to retake that base in the middle of the map, and this is going to be a hard fight for him to win. The pair bomb is nice on the Vikings. They're picking off Broodlord still rather effectively. A couple Thors are starting to fall as well. The fungal on the Thors is going to slow them all down rather effectively as well. 3 drones go down. I think that they might have... No, I'm not sure where the 3 drones went down. Maybe they were in the army. And our Terran is repositioning. Sieges up the 4 tanks that he's got. Bile lands on the first one, gonna diminish the tank line. And just like that, we don't really have any Hellbats to fight the Broodings, but we got a lot of Thors. The Vikings can destroy all the Broodlords though as well. Infestors coming in, burrowed, and here we go. Let's get some abducts, and abducting we are. Pair bomb on the Viking in the middle. It's all going down right here. Oh my goodness. And I think that the Terran still might have enough. Does he? The Corruptors, a couple Hydras, maybe not. Infestors, Leading Hydras still stand for Freeman. Both of our players still a little bit of money. Greenert has some gas. Freeman has some minerals. And he's got a CC over here, but we're not quite mining off of it yet either. Just like that. Let's see how many resources were lost. That was actually a decently even trade. A little bit worse for our Zerg. CC will go down, denying the mining over here. And we got 4 landed Vikings going to delete this mineral line and maybe even the hatch, as there's no units to defend over here. This SCV could be a hero and repair this CC, but that does not seem to be on Greener's agenda right now. Probably wants to delete all these drones and deny the mining at the same time. Units right now, 7 tanks on the field for Greenert, 7 bats, 4 Hellions, 6 Vikings of course. Hydra did make its way over here to defend. And both players leaving these mineral walls unmined. Just like this, our Terran player up 40 supply. Total units lost 42k to 49k. This is an absolute banger of a game. Don't think we could have picked a better way to start this series. Tanks in the middle of the map. Gonna siege on up and hold this position rather safely. Banelings for Freeman seem to be an odd choice at this point of the game. Of course, they're good against the Hellbats, but I think the tanks and the Thors just kind of laugh at them. Nice abducts from Freeman with the Infestors hanging out at the top of the ramp here. A couple Infestors do get gunned down. The last of the Infestors, and that's a GG. 24-minute game between these two to start the series off. Born Gosu retired. Takes game 1.
It's like a Mario vs. Cyril game.
Yeah, these guys came to play.
Terran gameplay.
These guys came to play, boys. Enjoy it. That was pretty sick. Greenert held on effectively as he could, and it paid off in the end. Alright, Greenert ready to go round 2. And this, that was Greener's map choice. So this will be Freeman's. Let's see what he's got picked. Greenert is about 5k right now. I think he's, if you look at his win percents though, you'd be thinking that he's still got some MMR room to gain. I think most of his win percents were like 60 plus on all 3 matchups. Freeman, he's about 5.2 I think right now, but he's been 5.5, 5.4 pretty consistently since he's been in this Discord. I just think he's not playing as much over the summer, it seems like.
Greenert, yes, 5K, and his all-time high is 5.6 in 2020.
Okay. Alright, well he's got a point on the board. In the teal, Born Gosu's Terran. This is retired, aka Greenert. On the other side, repping the ancient regime. Just imagine that they got the little ancient regime symbol right here. This is Freeman, our pink Zerg. I'm going to go with the 15 hatch for the 2nd time in a row. Well, unless he does something super weird. But yeah, it's going to be the 15 hatch. Most likely in this position. Every now and then I see some top tier Zergs take this base as the natural and want to focus on the creep spread instead. Alright. Racks here, go with the gas. And I think we'll find out if Greenert's gonna swap it up and go bio, or if he's just gonna play the whole series as a mech player. We'll find out. Not quite sure. Never seen him play before. Was he known for meching it happen very often in TVZ? Oh, this is a bio play. 2 Racks Reaper.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Very nice. He can do it all. So 2x Reaper opener, probably a quick third CC as well. Um, when you're playing at this high of a level, these guys are always getting the quick third CC. And on the other side, just now taking the gas for Freeman. Okay. Mine off that gold base. And the second depot in front of the mineral wall to provide vision of that. Actually, I like that. Don't want any cheeky drones coming over here, taking some minerals and letting lings in the base. Got to keep the dogs out. Got to keep the dogs out. So how many Reapers are we going to go with? I think 4 or 5 most likely. It'd be sick if he goes something crazy like 7 though. It'd be very entertaining for the rest of us. I doubt it happens though. I think I've only seen people get 7 Reapers like once and it was beyond. So we got the natural. And we are on our way to our 4th Reaper. I think we're going to go 5. It's probably the best way to do it, I think. He confirms there's the natural. He confirms the queens here as well. And he's going to go try and deny a 3rd base. This could be a really hard map to take a 3rd on, I'm realizing, when you're up against a 2x Reaper. So that's pretty cool. Learning stuff as well. 2 more queens on the way for Freeman. He did make 2 lings this time instead of the 0 that he went with in game 1. And he's going to, well, actually doesn't really have anything that he can do with those 2 lings. They'll just automatically die. 5th Reaper on the way as well as the reactor. So that is what he's going with. Ling speed will be rather late here for Freeman. Finishing up still in another 20 seconds, 30, 40 seconds. So about a 4-minute ling speed. Queens are here, damaging 2 Reapers, but the Reaper's going to start targeting down the drones is what he wanted, but he attacked the Ling instead. Look at Freeman going for the body block with the drones. And all these Reapers going to actually still, 3 of the original 4 going to make it out. 5th one showed up, and he was like, oh, damn, we already lost a homie. That sucks. And he just hops down from the high ground, keeps himself safe. Stem and 3 Marine production at a time. We're going to get the factory. And we did get that 3rd CC as well. Next will be, I think we're just going to go into the 2-1-1 setup off of this, most likely. So, reactor on the factory and the starport will go to it as soon as it's done. So all 5 Reapers go down, and we've only gotten a drone. This is not the start that our Terran player was looking for, although the 3rd base, has been extremely delayed. Freeman going to take it in the middle of the map. Double gold income for this guy. He was watching Bunny play in the qualifiers the other day. He says, this looks like something I could do. Double eBay down behind this before any extra barracks is a little bit of an interesting choice, but I like it. Orbital command kind of missing on our 3rd CC. Has it been forgotten? There we go. Bailiness and the Spire for our Zerg player. So no Rochi boys anytime soon for Freeman. He's going to go with the Mutas. He's going to go with the Ling Bane. Overward in the middle of the map. Knows nothing's really happening. Not pushing out from the Terran side. I think we will get that 3rd base floated over soon though. First medevac starts up. Oh. So double Hellion. Does he drop an armory soon as well and go for a stem and Hellbat timing? I'm not sure. The single medevac kind of leads me to think he might, or he's just playing it a little safe with the Hellions. What is this? Landing the CC in the wall. Immediately lifts again and going to reposition over here. He just wanted to make sure it fit. He's like, I think this CC fits here. Let me just check for fun. And yeah, we got our 2nd single medevac on the way. We do drop the armory as well. I think that armory could have been a little earlier. It's going to delay a little bit of this push, but 2 more Hellions, not a bad thing to have. However, he's not going to go for the 2 more Hellions. He's going to push with the 4 and the 2 medevacs. On the other side, mining off the gold, and with the 4th hatchery about to finish up, Freeman is chilling. He's got the Mutas in production. 5 on the field, 3 more on the way. And I don't think he's going to have too good of a time against the Stimbat push. 6 banelings will... I'm sure Greenert can handle the micro of that rather easily. Oh, sorry, it's only 4. I kept thinking it was going to be 6. And here we go. Mutas Queens at the new gold base. A little quick inject. The banelings are moved into position to guard. Both players just kind of setting up this fight. Scans ahead. He sees the mutas. He sees the drones, and he's down to take this fight. Banelings are going to roll in slowly but surely. 2 Hellbats take most of the damage. 2 of them still standing, and Greenert going to stem forward. Takes out the last Baneling. Takes it a little hit on the last of it there. But 6 drones have gone down. We're denying a lot of mining time. The mutas can't get near this. Ling's running in. Baneling's trying to push him away. But the splits are massive. Okay, and everything will get cleaned up. And the medevac's going to fall down as well to the mutas. All in all, Freeman was the one to lose more there, though. So he's up. He's actually down 3 workers to our Terran here, and he's still making mutas. 25 wings on the field as well. I think these mutas probably go in for some harassment any moment. Here we go. Turret has completed, though. And he's got a turret in each of the mineral lines already. So good response from Greenert. 2 SCVs do go down, but he was quick to get those turrets up after he saw those mutas. Pushing in the middle of the map, apparently, with a very small squad that I don't think has any business being out on the field. He might think that he does if he thinks that Freeman has more workers than he does, but Freeman's been making units. 12 more drones do start up, though. Big Widowmine hits. Massive. And just like that, still going to hold off. Still a lot of gas loss, but not the end of the world. Single medevac drop loads up. Gonna unload. Triple racks on the way. And we're going to go into the infamous 8 racks. Playing with the Widowmines, though, against the mutas is a good call instead of the tanks. He finds the Banelings morphing, and the Banelings only find a small squad of Marines once they get done. Stimming forward is Greenert. It's not going to be enough with the transfuse help from the Queens, is it? It might be. Small squad of Marines, very strong. Denying the mining off this base once again. And I think that he's going to have to just give up the hatchery right here if you're Freeman. Throws down the transfuse, but that was wasted energy. No big deal in the end, but a nice little choke to attack from here for our Terran player. Cleaning up the creep from behind. Mutas repositioning. So there's 20 lings on the field, 20 more in the queue, 9 banelings hanging out somewhere as well. Overseas trying to keep vision of everything. They will take out these Widowmines in the middle. We don't have drilling calls, so they're not invisible. Oh, big baneling hits. Just like that. Still even supplies for our players, and more Marines rejoin the forces. This is going to be hard for Freeman to stop this momentum of the Terran push. This is the 8 racks, what it's all about. We do have a 4th CC on the way. You can afford that a little bit easier with the gold income you're supplied on the natural here. Widowmines will connect on the lings on the ground, but the muta's still having a really hard time getting anything done. Greenert pushing forward. Marauders in the mix. Baneling connect with a couple units. Widowmine's going to siege. Not the biggest of connections, but there's still a couple boys with the guns pushing forward with their medevac support. Queen's transfusing left and right. Greenert backing off for a quick moment. He's got some more Widowmines. He's going to keep up the pressure. Second factory has started. 3-3 on the way for our Terran. Our Zerg just hanging out at 1-1. Just like this, Freeman's going for it. Big Widowmine hits on the mutas. Queen goes down, and the Marines go forward. I don't know. I think right here is going to be pretty close to the end. G called. And we got a 2-0 lead for our Terran player, Greenert. We go to EU. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Freeman, Kneehead, Greenert. Oh, I forgot what was map 3. It was Amphion, Alcyone, Site Delta. If Smoke can join the party, that would be great. Alright, our Terran player up 2-0. But now, he's going to have to step onto the European soil, European internet connection. And we'll see if he can still get the same performance. So he's got to go to the washroom. I'm not sure if that's the laundry room or the bathroom. I'm assuming it's the laundry room. Okay, he's ready. So a little mech action, a little 2-Rax Reaper into an 8-Rax for our Terran player. These are fun builds. And for Freeman, he played very standard. Tried to play Roach Hydra game 1 and tried to play Lingbane Muta right there on post youth. I could see Freeman being the cheeser here. His proxy hatch is a very, very strong build. I've rarely seen him lose with it. And I would love to see him pull it out here on Amphion. Bottom left, this is Greenert, ripping the Born Gosu boys. And top left, Ancient Regime's own, Freeman. Overlord produced, so no cheeky pools or anything like that. Setting up some camera locations over here as well. I think we're going to go for another macro game. Now, Smoke was saying that he was seemingly lagging during those last games, but I think it was probably just him, considering Freeman and Greenert didn't say anything, and it's been smooth on my end as well. Hopefully it wasn't laggy for Freeman on NA. But if it was, hopefully it helps him play even stronger on EU, and we can get some more games out of this series. Rax Gas, and no extractor trick or anything over here. That was I think that was just a 17 hatch into 2 more drones. So, ooh, another 2-Rax Reaper from our Terran. He likes to wall off the main with the 2nd Rax as opposed to doing the low ground. That's pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Especially on this map, it makes a lot of sense. You just hop them over here. I always like on Amphion how you can see the little stuff in the middle underneath the hatchery. You don't really get that on many maps for some reason. So this little symbol is what it is. And he didn't get the value that he wanted out of the Reapers last game. He made 5 of them and literally only killed a drone. So, let's see what he can do here on Amphion. As Reaper number 2 starts up, and Freeman scouts that he's going to have to deal with some Reapers once again. He's got the gas mining, so he's going to have a pretty early ling speed as well. A little bit different than last game. 6 lings in the queue. And 2 queens as well once that pool finished up. Drone going to start mining off the natural. And Freeman's ran himself into a supply block. 28 out of 28. Could take a hatchery as well, but the Reaper's hanging out looking for it. Will he find a drone? No, he's going to find 6 lings. 2nd Reaper on the way across the map, and he's got 2 more behind this. 2nd CC, 2nd gas for our Terran. Just drones and queens for our Zerg player. Of course, ling speed on the way. One of the Reapers got pretty injured, so Greenert probably not going to get too aggressive for trying to get that first creep tumor, and that is a good call. And now with the third Reaper, still the injured one leading the squad though. 2 more queens being produced. That'll be the third and fourth queen. Reaper number 5 on the way, and our Terran player starts up the reactor. So I think it's going to be a very similar build to the last one. Alright. All 5 Reapers are here now. And we got a factory on the way, tech lab on the racks. More lings for Freeman. He's up to he's gonna be up to 17 lings. He's gonna finally take that third base as well. Queen taking a bit of damage. They're gonna come back over here, spread some more creeps so that they can transfuse when needed. Hatchery is down. Although 5 Reapers can do some damage to a hatchery. You can also one-shot the lings. And just like this, it's not going so well for our Zerg player. He's losing all of his lings. Only 4 will remain. And the queen's still here. With a little bit of creep, finally, they can transfuse each other and fight this. But, man, 350 resources, 14 lings, that's basically 7 drones. Plus the minerals that you're missing from not having the mining of those 7 drones. This is an ideal start for our Terran player. More wings still produced from Freeman. He's got to stay alive against this. And he is seemingly doing so for now, but this opener is going to make it rather hard for him to pull it out. 1 Reaper finally falls. Only damaging a queen here. Creep spread is starting to spread out, providing our Zerg player with a little bit more mobility. Freeman immediately goes and places the creep tumor at the top. Lings are going to try and get these Reapers, but they put themselves into a choke. 1 more falls, and 1 more falls, and another one gets away. Okay. Our Zerg player going to go take this hatchery. Seems a bit greedy, taking a 524th with the opener that he's had. And honestly, he could just die to the first push. The stem Hellbat timing again, once again, for Greenert. I'm thinking Armory should be on the way pretty soon if he's going to go for that same build. Double eBay is in the wall. And yeah, he's going to float the CC over for another moment. It's interesting how he does this. Shields on the way, double gas at the natural. Meanwhile, Baneling Nest double Evo for our Zerg player. Lair as well, rather late, finishing up. Alright, Armory on the way. It is the same build from last time from our Terran player. 4th base is going to finish up before the push starts. And Baneling speed as well. Baja, can you... I don't know what that noise is. Alright, 3rd CC floats on over. Gonna land. Alright, I was gonna mute Baja, but thank you, Baja, for doing that. Six Hellions this time, so it is a little bit different than last time. 2 more Hellions. I do like this a little bit more as well. Times up better with the Armory finishing. 3 more racks on the way. So that's just going up to racks 5. And Freeman's Baneling speed nowhere near done for this push. 6 Banelings morphing, 6 slow Banelings already on the field. Only 18 lings and 9 queens. Hatchery going to get targeted down, I think, rather easily. Yeah, Hatchery will go down, but Greenert actually decides to fight the queens and stuff instead here. Medevac goes down. He's going to cancel a Baneling. 2, 3 Banelings cancel. The hatch does eventually fall. Queen's running away. 16 lings in production, 16 lings on the field, 26 in production. And our Terran players just stimming, stutter stepping, deleting drones, deleting lings as soon as they hatch. All these Marines are injured, but the damage done here is already so good. It's 62 to 55 workers, so our Zerg finds himself in a slightly better economic position than last time, but he did lose that 4th hatchery, which is obviously huge. Resources lost is even. Not really what you want to see as the Terran player. Where are our queens going? Where are the queens going? We've already got creep over here. You gotta... What are we doing? Hiding them in the grass. I don't think this is on purpose. I'm not sure, but it is seemingly on purpose as we've got two headed back instead of all of them. Is he just trying to set up a surround in the middle of the map? I'm not sure. And maybe he is, and maybe it's going to work really well. Let's keep an eye on this from our Terran's eyes. Scans, takes out some creep tumors. And just maneuvering around, okay. Infestation pit and another two hatcheries on the way for our Zerg player. One over here, and one retaking this position right here. Queen's still hanging out. Gonna load off into the high ground. Does Greenert know the queens are here? He does now. And yeah, I just don't know what this was, man. You can't transfuse here. This is not enough DPS. I've got no idea. Baneling's slightly connect. Freeman very confused as well, man. Oh no. At least he's got a good attitude about it. Oh no, those poor queens. And he was in an okay position. We got a 2-2 on the way for both players, just slightly ahead for our Terran. He's going to try and siege up this base with the tanks and everything, I do believe, and start attacking it from here. You can drop over this, siege up back here. This hatch will not get to stay alive. We do have the hive on the way, though, so that'll finish up right around 9:45, 10 minutes, I think. Double drop headed to the left. Double drop at the top. The multi-prong begins for our Terran player. Unloading in the conga line. Over here, Freeman rolling some Banes at these Marines. They will pick up and get on out of here. No target fire on the Banes. Baneman's rolling forward over here as well. And our Terran player is going to find some damage over here in the mineral line. Drones falling rather quickly. And Freeman not quite attacking any certain way. One Baneling rolls forward. In the middle over here, though. Oh, we've got 17 SCVs that just died as well. I don't know if a Baneling run by happened on the other side of the map, but something did. Double pick up right here. We drop over on the right side once again. Pick up. Main squad push in the middle. Two queens go down. Medevac drop reuniting with this main push right here. 2-2 has finished for our Terran player, and it's a little bit of ways for our Zerg. Single Marine at the top, kind of distracting Freeman. It distracted me at least for a moment. And he's just going to hold this middle of the map instead of behind the mineral line. Baneling's Ling's connecting with all the Marines over here. Starting to take some fire from the tanks, though, and the Marines will march forward. Still 22 Banelings on the field, 15 morphing for our Zerg player Freeman. Ultraless Cavern, a fifth of the way done, I mean. Drone's starting to fall. Queen's falling as well. And our Terran player up 30 supply. He's going to march forward. As long as these Banelings don't get the godliest connections that we would have seen in this series, I just don't know how this can be stopped. The Ultra Cavern would be nice, but we've got a Terran on 4 bases. He's got 3-3 soon to finish. It's and our Zerg player just really doesn't have money for Ultras either. So small squad of Marines will stem forward. Splits away. A couple of these guys will fall, but it's no big deal for the trades that you're getting at this point. Marines everywhere. Going with the middle of the map. 2 Vipers, 3 Ultras on the way. Baneling's rolling forward. They are going to connect on all the Marines in the front, but there's still a healthy amount on the right side. The tanks in the middle of the map still holding it down. More Banelings rolling in. Greenert, more splits. Happy to oblige with them. GG. That's a 3-0 for our Terran player, Greenert. All right, impressive showings.
The sweet master.
Shoo, that was hot.